Hi, my name is Attorney Walter Rudolph Hnot III. I'm with Disability Resolution PA in Orlando, Orange County-based Social Security Disability Law Firm. Let's get right to the question. These are the top 10 bizarre things that claimants did while applying for Social Security disability benefits that resulted in a denial. Let's do it. Number 4. Okay, so here's the deal. When you talk to the judge about an under-the-table gig that you were doing, realize that the judges have certain tolerances for under-the-table gigs, right? They have to consider what you did. Did you earn money? Was it SGA? Yada, yada. Because they have to see, are they going to use it as part of your Step 4, Step 5 analysis, right? Of the 5-step sequential process for disability benefits. If you're not sure what that is, go look up the 5-step sequential process. Step 4 and Step 5 means the element 4 and element 5. It means bullet point 4, bullet point 5. All right, so what do we got going on here? I had a claimant who, God bless his soul. Remember, we're talking about tiers of illegal under-the-table work, right? You've got the nobody gives a crap. You've got the raise an eyebrow. You've got the smile because they can't control it. And then you've got the shaking of the head while smiling. Okay, that's kind of what you're looking at from the judge. That's the emotional context of what you're going to see. What happened with this is we skipped all of that and went right to the judge couldn't control herself. That's where we ended up, right there. It was just too interesting. The judge had questions, not even necessarily for the disability adjudication process, just questions. It was unique. It was interesting. Let me tell you what happened. So, and I'm reliving this because it was not a great hearing for me. And all these top 10, none of these turned out to be good hearings for me because of what happened. Okay, so here's what happened. We talked about his past work history. He didn't do much on the books. He's been homeless for a really long time, yada, yada, yada. Although he did talk about this one job he had. He talked about how he had learned a lot from panhandling. He's a homeless guy. Panhandling, right? We don't really care about it. Under the table, we don't really care about it, right? It is what it is. They're going to make some money somehow to afford their, cigarettes, alcohol, and drugs, food, in that order. So let's go right into it. He wasn't panhandling in this job. His brother had a truck. So what he would do is he would go ahead and help drive homeless people to different locations as part of a networked panhandling under-the-table corporation. Okay? So now we're getting into the raise an eyebrow. Hey, right? Now we're getting there. To do this, he charged a percentage to the homeless people that he dropped off and picked up at the end of the day from all the money that they obtained. So now we're getting the smirk. He did this for 5 years. Now we're getting to the head nod. Now the final one. He did this with his brother's truck as a ways and means to make money until he got put in jail for it. And the truck disappeared, it broke or whatever, and he couldn't come back out and continue to do it. So the judge had a lot of questions, right? The judge wanted to know how he came up with this idea. Such an entrepreneurial, right? The judge wanted to know what was the schedule like. The judge wanted to know what kind of locations were utilized. The judge wanted to know, well, how many people were involved with this? How many people did you manage? Right? Scheduling, payroll, percentages. Not bad. Obvious denial claim. Obvious denial claim. So here's the thing. I just want to point out the levels of unemployment / working under the table that you may be doing. There are certain things that we don't care about. We just don't care. Once a week you sweep a, parking lot for somebody. We don't care. We just don't care. Right? You do something horrifically illegal that is illegal, 20 different ways. That is fascinating to us. fascinating. To some degree, it is, of course, law enforcement's job to clean that mess up, which they did. That's why I wasn't able to do it anymore. He couldn't do it anymore. But it's fascinating to us to study the human condition and the creativity that comes from it. Nevertheless, for this obvious reason, he was claiming mental impairments and this and that and yada yada. And he'd been claiming them for that entire time, which didn't help as well. The testimony of, I've had them for the entire time. But how are you able to complete all those tasks? So I'm just pointing out to you, remember, this is an overarching theme. We're not just saying this specific situation will happen to you, but a similar one, not as bad, will potentially happen to you. So just take this as a lesson and think outside of the box on what are the things you do or did that were under the table that could come and bite you in the butt. All right? My name is Attorney Walter Hnot with Disability Resolution PA. If you want the most up-to-date information or you have a particular video that you want made about a particular topic, that's fine. Shoot me an email or give me a call, and we will go from there. Also, spaceconstitution.com is a website that I'm currently building. It's going to be the first open source constitution for a future sovereign-based space nation that if you want to be a part of, that's cool. I'm continuing to build it. I don't have tons of time. As you know, the law firm is pretty damn busy right now, especially with the corona thing. So everything, instead of like meeting them at offices and getting through things rather quickly with forms and stuff like that, it takes longer because everything's a mail game. And if they don't fill it out right, I got to remail it, back and forth. So bottom line is, just go ahead and if you support the human race creating the first constitution that, wasn't made by politicians, could be good. This would be it. All right. Have an absolutely wonderful day. I'll catch you a little bit later. We'll go from there. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.